If you are a fan of Ark, Groundhog Day, The Fault in Our Stars, anything like that, then I would definitely recommend this movie for you to watch today. Okay? What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, the Lazy Girl World, and I'm back with another video. I have a new subscriber. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my channel and subscribing. I hope you like the content, the videos, and the movies I choose. You know, all that good stuff. I watched The Map of Tiny Perfect Things on Amazon Prime. I know, everybody feels like Amazon Prime Video doesn't have good stuff, but it does. I'm telling you right now, it does. Okay, so it's very Groundhog Day-esque, if you will. I mean, not even if you will. It is Groundhog Day, but with two totally different people. So we start off, we actually jump right into Groundhog Day. We wake up with Mark. You don't know that he's already in this time loop, but you figure it out with his interactions with people. He throws somebody that's running like a drink. He steals someone's glasses. He takes coffee. He, you know, sees a texter. He throws her phone back in the back. But then, you know, that's all, like, that's normal. It's all, okay. But then you see him give a girl directions before she even asks him anything. And he's like, Sherlock. She's like, I love Sherlock. And so he finally meets up with that same girl again at the pool, saves her from getting hit in the face, or saves her from both getting hit in the face and from falling into the pool. So, he works up his nerve, asks her out. And she's like, oh yeah, cool. Well, he don't really ask her out, but he hangs out with her throughout the day. They finally get back to her house. He's like droning on and on and on about the sun and the moon and the stars. And she's like, okay, enough of that. Don't want to keep hearing that. So she's like, goodbye. This is my house. And he's like, oh, goodbye. Gives her his hand to shake. And that's that. And so he goes and talks to his friend, which you don't realize at first, but through the interactions throughout the movie, you know, obviously he doesn't, kind of like Groundhog Day, he doesn't realize he's in this time loop. So he's talking to his friend and his friend's responding, and it sounds like it's their first time talking about it. But obviously it's not their first time talking about it. So he's like, man, I really like her. And he's like, well, try it again then. If you're in this whole Groundhog Day situation, just try it again. So he decides to try it again. The next day he goes, well, we don't know if it was the very next day, but one of the next days he decides to try it again. And this time though, some random girl walks through, catches the ball, throws it in the pool, and just keeps on walking by. And he's like, what in the world is going on? Because it's been me, just me this whole time. So why is anyone walking through? It's just been me. So he tries to like go and catch up to her. But she's already like driving off. She backs up, hits a car, hits some bikes, swerves off. Okay, so we find out later she's trying to teach herself how to drive. She's like, I guess it really doesn't matter how many cars I hit. But so he finally catches up to her over the next couple of days, realizes that she also is stuck in this time loop like everybody else, but she is also aware, like him, they're stuck in this time loop. So he's been, you know, going out, loving it. Obviously, no one's really happy to keep waking up every day, but he's been going through it, and he's trying to make the best of it. And she's like, I've just been trying to suffer through this and get to the next day, and hopefully the next day I wake up. And so he tries to change her mind on it, and at the same time get close to her, because as his friend says, maybe you could just Groundhog Day her, you know, just get with her, and it'll snap y'all out of the loop. So he's like, yeah, good idea. Because he really wants to be with her. He's like, you're super awesome. I want to be with her. Yeah. So they're going through this whole thing of him showing her literally the map of Tiny Perfect Things. So he's written out all of the amazing like things that happen in the city, or I guess in their town, and what times, where, and literally every morning he makes that map again. Every morning he makes that same map. And so he takes her everywhere, and he even includes one of the places that she likes, that she thinks is cool, is when she sees like a bird swoop down, pick up a fish, fly off with it. And she's like, that's so cool. And so obviously he's showing her all these things, still trying to get close to her, not just to snap out of the Groundhog Day, but also because he likes her. So he takes her on like this awesome like NASA date inside of a school. She's like, how'd you get all this done? He's like, I bribed a bunch of the school kids to get this done. Because obviously it was very elaborate. Can't get that all done in one day by yourself, and nor can you bring whatever you've done the previous day to this day. So he brought a whole bunch of kids, and she's having fun, loving it. He goes to kiss her, and she's like, I don't want to do this no more. And he's like, what? And so eventually they have a talk, and he's like, I want to be with you. And she's like, nah, let's just be friends. And he was like, and then she said, take it or leave it. And I was like, leave it, boy, leave it. And he took it, though. He was like, yeah, fine, I'd rather be your friend. Even though I like you, why would you punish yourself like that? Being around somebody that you like maybe eventually she'll finally recognize that I'm a great person. That happens sometimes, but it don't happen all the time. It's just stupid to torture yourself like that. So if you're watching this video, hopefully that helps you. Okay? Don't torture yourself if you're going through that situation. Don't take it, just leave it. Now, he took it though, and so eventually they still hang out, but then he's like, you know what, look, I can't do this. So he snaps at his senses. He's like, leave it, I'm not doing this. And so he eventually goes, and you know, throughout this whole time he's trying to figure out how to get out of a loop. He was like, maybe we could fly to Japan, because he went and talked to his teacher, and he's like, maybe it's a singularity thing, and I just need to get out of the place where this whole time loop situation is happening. He tries to fly to Japan. Wakes up in his bed. He's like, well, that didn't work. So he starts doing everything by himself, because she was supposed to get on the plane with him. Got on the plane. He's talking to her with the little eye thing on. Eye mask. Left him. She left him. And was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I cannot do it. I'll talk to you later. Like, girl, you ain't talking to me later. Let somebody leave me on the plane. Got me looking stupid talking to myself with the eye mask on. And no, you will not be talking to me again. Okay? You could take it, leave it, and set it on fire. I'm not coming back to you, girl. But so he wakes up the next day and he's like, wow, this is trash. I cannot believe she just did that to me. So, you know, he just kind of goes through life. He ends up in the hospital because he tries to do like a skate trick, breaks his arm, sees her, follows her, realizes what really has been going on. Why he was like, you know, I'm thinking it's about me. I'm the one that's got me stuck in this time loop. Turns out it's really about her. So it turns out her mom's in the hospital. She's dying of cancer. Very sad, you know, very sad. I almost actually cried because I was like, no, not her mom. So we found out that she's the reason that they're stuck in this time loop. So apparently, you know, she just wished that she had more time with her mom. Boom, she got her wish, and they're stuck in this time loop over and over and over and over and over again. So now it's kind of a sad thing because she's having to see her mom every day going through this horrible situation, but at the same time, she's getting more time with her. But her mom's telling her, like, you know, eventually you got to move on, girl. Like, yeah, we lose time, but, you know, we get those memories. It's an amazing process. You lose time, but you get the memories. And, you know, you just have to cherish those and hold on to those. So she's like, okay, got to get us out of this time loop, you know, taking the advice of her mom. So she tries to do like the map thing again, because they were like, oh, maybe if we go to the map of all the tiny perfect things, we could do all the things, it'll get us out. Obviously they did that, still stuck in the time loop. He tried to kiss her, that didn't work. Okay, she said no. So she decides to figure it all out. She's like, maybe I can, so she recreates the map. Recreates that whole map, and it's like, okay, well, it's not really making sense. She pokes string in the map. Don't really know how she figured out what the pattern was, but she figured it out. Poke string in the map, realized it's like the 4-dimensional cube. It was something they talked about earlier in the movie. Don't really have anything to do with anything, but it has something to do with the last thing, okay? So she realized, okay, there's actually one place that we missed. She figures out the time, the place, so the pool, 7 o'clock. I don't know if she called him, but he was already there when she got to the pool. And so she's like, you know what, I realized I was scared, you know, all these things. I didn't want to let go of my mom. And he's like, you know, I realized I was trying to pull you towards something that you didn't want to go to, you know, make you leave your mom prematurely. And she's like, yeah, but it's time to move on, blah, blah, blah. They kiss. And yes, that's what we've all been waiting for. They kiss. And I was like, really? Like, if I was him, would I actually really want the kiss anymore? Because I tried to kiss you earlier, and you said no. Then you told me take it or leave it. You gave me an ultimatum for a kiss. Girl, no. But either way, she kisses him, and they get out of it. She goes and sees her mom, what I guess is the final time. Goes and sees her mom. Then they hold hands and walk out of the hospital together at midnight. 12:01 comes. They're like, yeah, and then it starts raining and raining and raining because it was supposed to have been raining this whole time. They're like, yeah, we got out of the time loop. And then you see them later walking together, taking a dog back to somebody, which it doesn't really have anything to do with anything. I mean, it was a part of the story, but it wasn't a pivotal part. So, I actually like this. It kind of reminded me of The Fault in Our Stars, but not too sad. And it was actually a really good, like, Groundhog Day movie. I mean, Groundhog Day has been made over bunches and bunches and bunches and bunches and bunches of times. Okay? There's always an episode in the TV show of Groundhog Day. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a WandaVision Groundhog Day situation that was going to happen. Like, there's always a Groundhog Day TV show, especially if it's a fictional TV show. All right, so it's there. They actually did a really good job. Had a good job of, like, you know, the love and grief and how to deal and all of that good stuff. So, like I said, if you like the stuff that I talked about in the beginning, definitely would recommend watching this. I actually would watch this again. I don't watch many, like, love stories again. I cannot sit there through no love story again. I saw it once. That's enough. But I will actually watch this one again. Okay, it was nice and cute and light. So if you guys have seen it, let me know down in the comments below what you think of it. If you have any movies that you would like for me to spoil, give my thoughts on, let me know down in the comments below as well. So like I said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.